Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, you know, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you ready? What? I said, are you ready? Yeah! Can't steal it! Woo! Wheeler dealer! The cream of the crop! Nobody does it better. I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning, but brother, I am bad and they know I'm bad.
I'm the man in the hour, the man with the power. You speak to me, scholar.
It's showtime, folks!
Welcome to the Grill Out. From the heart of Shillian, West Virginia, here's your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Grill Out. I'm your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty, episode 73. I'm joined by my illustrious and sometimes chaotic, I guess, co-host, both of them, Josh Cole. Baby.
Yeah.
And our reigning and defending Grill Out Predictions champion, Jason Lykens.
Listen, not that anyone's counting, but it's 91 days. I don't have them marked off today by 92.
92.
You see, I'm not counting.
Well, 91 today, 92 when this goes out.
See, I'm not counting.
Well, no, it's 92. We're recording the same day.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay, so full disclosure, smoke and mirrors of radio and podcasting, sometimes we record the show a day early because of scheduling things. And today we're actually not. We are scheduling day of, and this will go out here in the next few hours.
Listen, so. I don't know if you two realize this, but you interrupted the champ.
Oh,
I was talking, and you all decided to interject yourself while the champ. The main reason why people listen to your little show is
You just made the list!
You know, you keep interrupting me. I will leave.
Yeah!
Yeah, I will leave. What, you want me to go out the door right now?
I mean, that's up to you.
I was hoping you would have gone with like a what or a yeah.
They're not. Where is the what on here?
I don't know.
It's
You're the one with the board. I will leave. I will walk out that door. I will open the door and proceed to go through it. I will leave the building.
Yeah!
Okay.
On my end,
right.
I don't know if it's just my audio or what. It sounds like instead of an actual what.
It may.
No, I think what you're sending to Josh is the ECW redo that they did where it was just the zombie with the microphone. I think that's what you're sending to him. Just,
You know, I'm glad you brought that up because we were talking about that briefly in the group chat earlier this week.
Yeah.
The ECW like one night stand pay-per-views, 2005 and 2006, are easily some of my favorite.
yeah, those were great.
Oh, phenomenal! Even if you didn't know ECW, because I was a wee lad, I'd never watched an ECW before.
I was just a weird lad.
I was just a wee lad. I had never watched an ECW, and I remember like they kept promoting ECW one night stand. And I had seen, you know, in the WWE documentaries them talking about it with like Mick Foley and Stone Cold and them, but I had never actually sat down and watched an ECW show.
Yeah.
And watching 2005 was just phenomenal.
Yep.
Just
No, it
great.
was great.
And then I'm glad that they ran it back in 2006, and you know we get RVD and John Cena in the main event for the WWE Championship. RVD is cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase.
If John Cena wins, we riot.
Exactly. Yeah. Tries to throw the shirt out into the crowd, and the crowd, they threw it right back. They're like, "We're not having this. You can take this right back.
We don't want your laundry."
No. So And you know what? Give Cena props.
Bet he smells wonderful.
Probably. Give Cena props. He went in there fully knowing he was in enemy territory.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a consummate professional about it and went and did the job, got out of there, played into the crowd a little bit. It was, if you've never watched him, go back and watch him. But then you get to that first ECW on Sci-Fi.
I'll also tell you this. I shook John Cena's hand once.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was a very soft hand.
Oh, yeah.
Like a lot of lotion. Like a very soft, like a cloud. Like I was touching a cloud. Like a soft cloud that you could just put a baby on and let the baby go to sleep.
He also apparently...
The baby could go to sleep on the cloud. Lay down the little baby head on John Cena's hands, and he'd be like, shh, go to sleep,
little baby, don't you cry.
John Cena's here so you can't die.
You can't see me. This is old.
It'd be really bad if he's holding the kid and then did that, because to do that, I have to let go of the kid.
Yeah, well, he could hold the kid with one arm and do the "you can't see me."
But why would he do that to a kid?
You can see me. But yeah. So, but you go back and you watch the first.
What were we talking?
We talk about ECW on Sci-Fi.
That's right.
That's what we were leading to. It was awful, but I'll say
some parts of it,
guys. I'm sorry. I am stuck in the chair.
Oh, don't worry.
I am legitimately. I need help.
Send help.
Yeah.
Just keep talking.
Yeah, the chair lowered, and my leg is trapped in it.
Oh my goodness! All right, hold on. All right, we're back. I want to say real quick about ECW. Yeah. Okay. I feel like it would have worked out a lot better if, one, they didn't debut the zombie on the first episode.
Yeah.
Because that really just set the tone for the whole show.
Jeff, I feel like I know where you're going with this. I think they should have done it in a smoller arena.
Yeah, I really do think they should have done...
It's almost as if you've said this before just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's almost like smoke and mirrors. Exposition.
I think the one thing that they really needed was for Vince to not be involved with it at all. Like, it needed to be its own entity. Don't put your Raw and SmackDown people on it. Just have ECW do what ECW did.
Exactly. I mean, not to the extent that they did before, but it still needed an ECW flavor to it. And I think that was around the time that they were wanting to have a web series, and I think ECW would have been just fine as a web series. Even though that was sort of still in its infancy, streaming was. But I just feel like they could have leaned more into the extreme part of ECW if they would have put it on on that instead of on network television.
I didn't want a third extension of Raw SmackDown.
No.
I wanted ECW.
Yeah, exactly. And, but it is what it is. But we're just going to go ahead and shift gears to AEW. AEW Revolution is on March 9th. And so far, we have 6 matches on the main card plus 1 pre-show match. Will Ospreay will be taking on Kyle Fletcher in a steel cage match. Konosuke Takeshita will be taking on Kenny Omega to defend his title, the AEW International Championship.
They did a weird thing with that.
What
they had
is
a
it?
tournament for the person to face Kenny Omega for the title, even though he's not the champion.
Was it for the number 1 contendership?
Sorta.
Was it another title eliminator?
No, so it was a tournament to face Kenny Omega. But it was whoever's going to be international champion, as opposed to the tournament being for the international title. So
the tournament
was to face Kenny Omega,
but he wasn't the champion.
No, whoever won the tournament would be the champion to face Kenny Omega.
That doesn't
make sense.
No.
Yeah.
No. Because then you're saying that this person is more important than this title.
Yeah.
Well, I already know what my pick's going to be on this one next week. MJF is going to take on
Harvey Whippleman.
Harvey Whippleman will actually be at Bash and Beckley 5. We'll talk about that here briefly. MJF will be taking on Hangman Adam Page. Jon Moxley will be defending his AEW World title against Adam Copeland. Mercedes Moné will be defending her TBS title against Momo Watanabe from Stardom. Timeless Toni Storm will be defending her AEW Women's World Championship against Mariah May. Yes, to complete the trilogy. The pre-show will have a match featuring social media personality Big Boom AJ.
Screw you! You cost me my title.
Yep. His opponent is to be announced. They have not announced that yet. So, but that
he was
is
the one
what
that cost me my title to Jason.
He did. Oh yeah, that's right. He did.
Because I picked him because wrestling.
I love it. I love professional wrestling. Speaking of loving professional wrestling, we'll shift gears to local. Bash in Beckley 5 is coming up on June 7th. It'll be taking place from the Beckley Raleigh Convention Center in Beckley, West Virginia. And one thing about this show is they have a huge lineup for meet and greets.
West Virginia's WrestleMania.
Really quick, okay. The Beckley Raleigh Convention Center. To those of us who grew up in Beckley, it is still the Armory.
Is it really?
It is the Armory. That is what it was growing up. That's what it will always be until this generation dies.
It's kind of like the Coliseum being the Civic Center here?
Yes.
Yeah, people still calling it the Civic Center. Or like in Chicago, the Sears Tower, I guess. It's not Sears Tower anymore, but people still call it.
No one cares about Chicago.
Like Ellis Tower or something.
Well,
Name 28,000 people who care about Chicago. Go.
the residents of Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, no, it is the convention center, but it's the Armory.
Yeah. For those of you that know that, but yeah. So pretty much this, Gary Dameron stacks this card and stacks the meet and greet. And so far for the meet and greet, they have Bully Ray, Missy Hyatt, Ted DiBiase, Jerry the King Lawler, Jillian Hall, Harvey Whippleman, Tugboat, Boris Zukov, Demolition, Axe, and Smash, Heath, Ricky Morton, who will be in action alongside his son, Kerry Morton. Powers of Pain will be facing the Mortons, Ricky and Kerry in a Legends at Steel Cage match, and Psycho Love. There will also be a Ric Flair robe experience where you can get your picture taken with the robe that Flair wore at the 1983 Starrcade. So there you
those
go.
of you who don't know, Tugboat is also the Shockmaster.
There you go. We're giving you wrestling history before we actually get to that.
Frank Ottman.
That's his actual name?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, wait, really quick. Do you all remember the listing I sent you for the two Wrestle Buddies for Tugboat and like for Typhoon and Earthquake? And they were like $300.
Yeah,
and you were like, why would you even do? The seller was Tugboat.
I didn't.
Yeah, that's why I said, look at who's selling them. Because it's Frank Ottman selling, like.
See, I looked and it did not click in my head.
Yeah, that was Tugboat.
Oh, wow.
Them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is why they were, because they had the certificate of authenticity, because it came directly from him.
From the man himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently lives in Nashville, so I should have bought it. That way I could have just met him.
Yeah.
That's true.
But I didn't.
Yeah, well, you live and learn.
But Demolition, Axe, and Smash will be there.
Yeah.
Yep. They will be there. It's going to be a whole host of people there. And if you've never been to Bash and Beckley, do so. It's on June 7th of this year. Now, ASW does have a couple of shows between now and then. They have their anniversary show. And there's another one I can't think of off the top of my head.
They have It Goes Insane with ICW.
Yeah. Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah.
Crazy enough.
Yeah.
ICP is going to be involved in the second show. But, yeah. There's a reason why they call it West Virginia's WrestleMania, though, and you can see the lineup there. Shifting gears back to AEW, they announced this past week that AEW Double or Nothing, first time in history, will not be taking place from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Excluding the pandemic ones.
Yeah, well, we don't really count them. It'd be a disservice to count them because I mean, due to circumstances.
They still kept their Vegas theme, but
yeah, and they're sort of going to keep the casino theme with this. The 2025 event will take place from Glendale, Arizona on May 25th at the Diamond Desert Arena. Dessert. I got food on the mind.
Clearly.
Ain't nothing like a good donut. It will still remain it'll still keep its casino theme due to the venue's connection to the Desert Diamond Casinos.
Yeah.
I do like how they have changed the color scheme to it. Sort of to an extent, because I think it's reflecting the Arizona Diamondbacks, and as a Los Angeles Dodgers fan, I don't like the Diamondbacks. I will just throw that one out there right now. I don't like them. I don't like that franchise.
I don't really watch sports.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, I have my Edge shirt on today. My Rated R Superstar shirt.
Oh.
Rated R Superstar.
Might be worth some money one day.
Maybe. Well, this one came from Pro Wrestling Tees.
Oh.
Crazy enough,
It's like $5.
What? No. No.
Yeah.
I will say this. Pro Wrestling Tees has some very nice T-shirts. Like, they're very well done. I don't think I've ever bought a T-shirt from them that did not fit correctly.
Listen,
Whereas
I'm the champ. I shop at places that the champ goes.
Target?
Goodwill. Yeah.
I was throwing you a bone.
No, Goodwill, man.
We're poor.
The Salvation Army. That is where I...
Yeah.
While you're out there just swinging that bell around trying to get people to...
Jingle.
Yeah, donate, please.
Nah.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry that the severance pay for the 10 ounces of plastic isn't a lot.
It's funny enough. I haven't gotten my check in a while.
Yeah, I may have to talk to somebody about that. Yeah, we'll work on getting that. We'll get that worked out for you. Okay.
So, segue. Ricky Starks is now Ricky Saints.
He is.
Yeah.
So Ricky Starks did make his long-awaited debut in WWE for NXT, but at first he did not reveal his name. A lot of people were speculating what the name was going to be. Then this past week, while signing his talent contract, it was revealed his name will be Ricky Saints.
Should have went with Steamboat.
He actually explained in an interview with, I think it was Bully Ray, maybe?
I thought it was Chris Van Vliet.
It might have been. Whichever.
It was with somebody.
Yeah, but basically it's ties to New Orleans because he's from New Orleans, and they have the Saints there. Speaking of New Orleans, WrestleMania next year, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It was announced that WrestleMania 42 will be taking place from New Orleans. So, NOLA, they're on their way after WrestleMania 41.
At least with Ricky, it's not like a crazy far off name change.
No, it's
not like Cope.
Yeah, it's not like it's not something that's completely out of left field. It's and he did say like this is as close as you're going to get to Ricky Starks as he can get. Which that is it's not WWE doesn't always do that nowadays when people come in and they with an independent name and all that, but I think maybe in this instant I don't know. I don't know why the reason they did that here, because Jordan Grace is coming in as Jordan Grace.
It could have been just how quickly he came out of his contract into this one, and maybe there's still some legal stuff or whatever.
Could be, or maybe he just wanted a different name altogether.
That too, yeah.
Maybe he's had this name in the back of his head for a long time, and it's it's hard to go through a rebrand when you're in the middle of stuff.
Yeah.
So. While he did make the shift over to WWE, he saw the opportunity. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and change my name. Plus, WWE, really likes to own the rights to those names.
Apparently, they put him in NXT first because the main event scene over on the main roster is kind of full at the moment, and just kind of help their perception of NXT, I guess. Big guys coming out of there later on.
Yeah. So, and also, real quick, before we get to On This Day in Wrestling History, new WWE ID titles. So we talked about WWE ID Independent Development on the show before. This past week, WWE and Triple H unveiled new men's and women's WWE ID Championships. Although a date was not given, the announcement confirmed that tournaments will be held across the top independent promotions to determine the inaugural champion, and the titles will be defended on the Indies. And from what I'm gathering, it's going to be exclusively on the Indies.
Yeah, I imagine that every once in a while they might pop up on Evolve, maybe even NXT, but not very often.
Yeah. But
And Evolve's supposed to get its own titles too.
yeah. I'm just going to throw
I
this.
think it's dumb.
I think it's unnecessary. I just do.
Necessary, I agree with, but at the same time, like, this could potentially be a good thing for the indie promotions because now they can promote they have a WWE Championship match on their card.
And that worked out really well for the UK indies.
Well, that was different.
Here's okay.
They actually had their own NXT UK there, and they just kind of took over. Versus this, they're having wrestlers just out there defending a WWE title on the indies.
And again, like I said, I think it's unnecessary. I think, and this is my thing. We are now getting to the point to where everybody wants to apply the argument to other promotions that they have too many titles. Now we are here. We got 2 unnecessary titles over here. And real quick, WWE's booking has changed. Mm-hmm. It has improved immensely, but I still think some of the business practices are still there.
Well, with the title situation, these aren't Raw, SmackDown, or NXT titles. They're not even going to be on there, so I don't see the argument there.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Now, I don't know.
Yeah.
But from where they are, there is going to be WWE included. Does any of the money then have to go back to WWE?
I don't necessarily think so. But I do think that with WWE being involved, they're going to help promote it, which would be great for the independent promotions as well.
But couldn't they do that with just WWE ID contender? So-and-so will be here, so-and-so will be here.
Oh, yeah. Just the title, I think, elevates it more. I think a more casual WWE fan would now be interested in attending an independent promotion event now that there's a WWE title match going to be on them.
And are they still going to go back to the independent promotion?
They might.
They might, but I feel like that they're not.
I don't think it's going to encourage the casual fan because the casual fan doesn't care about, in my opinion, doesn't care about title. They care about who the person is. If it's like, hey, you get to see Cody Rhodes or you get to see Jeff Petty, who's the WWE ID champion, they're going to be like, oh, I know who Cody Rhodes is. Like, I don't know. It can be good. It could be bad. I have no idea.
Well, I mean, honestly, we'll just have to wait and see how this goes. But that is just my thought on it. I just think they're unnecessary. I see the point, but I can also see the point backfiring.
I mean, I think at live events you could get, well, I mean, at the indie shows you can get photo ops with it, you know, and maybe. I
think it'll also be good for the indie wrestler themselves as well, but.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I agree they weren't necessarily necessary, but I don't necessarily see the bad side of it yet, anyways.
Going to have to give it time because this is just my thought entirely with WWE ID. I think the idea is good, but again, I think some of the business practices are still there, and I don't know how well this is going to go. And to me, it still reeks of NXT UK.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Even though it doesn't have that NXT tag on it, I just think it's going to go in a similar fashion that did.
I can see that, but at the same time, NXT UK was its own thing versus this just being out there in the indies. This isn't like a whole whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You all tell us what you think. Do you think the WWE ID titles will be good, will be bad, is pointless, is meaningful? Tell us what you think.
Yeah, you can email us.
I also feel there's apprehension because of Vince McMahon, and we got to remember this is not Vince McMahon anymore.
Yeah, but like I said, the booking has changed.
Mm-hmm.
The business practices are very similar, though.
I would say they're not, though, because with Vince, he was not really willing to do this.
Well, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. But let's look at what's going on with TNA. Okay. How long was Joe Hendry in the Royal Rumble?
I don't remember.
Like 3.5 minutes. He got hardly any TV time. they've already poached one of their talents in Jordan Grace.
I wouldn't say poached, but
I would absolutely say that, but that's me. I feel like the business practices are still going to. WWE is still going to do what WWE does, and that is my point of view on it.
How many people have WWE sent over to TNA to help their product? Like I'm not on any side here.
let's see. Cora Jade's been over there, and she's actually feuding over there too. Trying to remember who else has been over there. They've had a couple of other NXT women go over there.
How many bigger names have they had? Because TNA has now sent Moose over, Joe Hendry, Jordan Grace. The Hardys are...
Yeah, but that one was kind of a given because of their connection with WWE.
I can't remember right off, but they have sent people over. But it's been NXT, it hasn't been main roster. But the connection is between NXT and TNA, not really main roster.
Well, but the connection's TNA, WWE.
Yeah.
I mean, they can send over whoever they want to. I mean,
Anyway, let us know what you think of that. Email us to grilleout95@gmail.com. You can also like the Facebook page, facebook.com/
the
the
Facebook face.
Facebook face. The Facebook page / the Grill Out, and also you can follow us on Blue Sky at thegrillout.bsky.social. And we're going to shift gears to On This Day in Wrestling History. February 23rd, 1990, on a live edition of the main event from the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan, Hulk Hogan faced Macho Man Randy Savage for the WWF Championship in a rematch from WrestleMania 5. The match was supposed to be refereed by the baddest man on the planet and seemingly unbeatable heavyweight boxing champion Mike Tyson. However, a month prior to this match, Tyson was indeed beaten for his championship by huge underdog Buster Douglas in Japan. As a result, WWF brought in the new champion to referee the bout. Instead, Hogan retained his championship. February 23rd, 1997, WCW Super Brawl 7 took place at the Cow Palace. It is a great venue, though.
Oh, that was a moo, not a boo.
I know. It's called the Cow Palace. I don't know. I like the Cow Palace. In San Francisco, California, the main event saw Hollywood Hogan defend the WCW World Championship against Roddy Piper. Yes. Earlier on the card, Lex Luger and the Giant won the WCW Tag Team Championship from the Outsiders, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
That was a big show of Paul White for them youngins, the Giant, that is.
Yes. And that was also around the time he was billed as, the son of Andre the Giant or something?
Yeah, 95 when he debuted,
Yeah. February 23rd, last one, 2010, WWE's new NXT show aired its first episode from the Bradley Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The show was very different to what NXT would become in 2012. In essence, it was a limited reality / competition series that saw 8 supposed air quotes rookies paired with established WWE stars as their air quotes pros, with the rookies competing in matches and contests to avoid elimination and ultimately win a WWE contract. The main event of the first show saw the debut of air quotes rookie Daniel Bryan, who was paired with The Miz as his pro. As he fell to a loss against WWE champion Chris Jericho on the show as Wade Barrett's pro.
He would have been world champion, not WWE champion.
Okay. Well, either or. He was still...
Well, also Daniel Bryan, who had been wrestling longer than The Miz.
Yeah, that's why I kept saying air quotes, rookie.
Yeah. LFG is basically this new XT, but better.
Yeah, well... Anyway, we're going to shift gears. We're going to take a break. And when we come back, we have some predictions to do. Jason's got to defend his title. So, stay tuned.
Yonder day.
It's time for more of the Grill Out. Here's Hollywood Jeff Petty.
Hollywood Jeff Petty here, your host. I'm joined by my 2 co-hosts, Josh Cole.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
He's already talking about things.
Yeah. I don't have that thing.
What thing?
That thing I mentioned you got.
Oh, yeah. Also, he's getting ready to defend his title on this one. Our reigning and defending Grill Out Predictions
Longest
champion.
reigning again.
And apparently the heaviest champ that has ever happened.
It's actually true.
The now B-word fat.
I was not saying you're
I'm sitting over here like, hey, guys, I bought some biscuits yesterday at the Cracker Barrel.
Those are good.
Jeez.
Pretty heavy over here. I hope I can make it through this without losing my oxygen.
About to shut his mic off. All right, we got predictions for WWE Elimination Chamber. Toronto. And we don't have a whole lot on this.
By the way, I would also, Jeff, like to thank you for greasing up the door for me to get in here today. It was very kind of you. I wish you hadn't used salted butter because, I just can't help it. Had to lick it all off, and you had to re-grease it. I'm sorry about my fatness.
It's okay. All right. So we only got 4 matches on this.
4?
Yeah, we got a lot. We got 4 matches plus 1 bonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's how many cakes I eat in a day.
That's how many I eat in a day.
I don't like cake.
It'll be all right.
You
don't like cake?
Nope. It's disgusting. Unless it's homemade.
That's still cake.
It's different.
I almost said something, and I had to.
You had to catch yourself, didn't you?
I did. I really did have to catch
I
myself.
don't like those store-bought cakes. You get
I'm
from,
not
like,
talking
the
about
deli and
store-bought. I'm talking about cake.
Yeah.
Just cake. You're like, I love this homemade cake. Guess what? Still cake. Anyways.
I don't like the cake that everyone else likes.
I don't like you.
Yeah.
I don't like myself. All right, first match. Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton. Tag match. Taking on Candice LeRae and Nia Jax. Okay.
Jeff, who do you have?
Who do I got on this? I'm going to say Stratton.
Canada.
Strat team.
Yeah, because, they're in Canada. And I don't... How dumb would it be? Well, I guess Trish Stratus could take the pinfall, but I don't see Trish Stratus taking the pinfall because she's a legend. I don't see Tiffany Stratton taking the pinfall because you got to build her up to take on Charlotte at WrestleMania. It would not
Unless Charlotte cost him the match in this.
Oh, that's good. There, you got me there. Me there. Okay. All right, Josh, who do you got?
I'm going with Stratton as well. And Stratus. It's Canada. You got to.
Yeah. Stratus. Okay.
LeRae's not from Canada, right?
What is it?
Candice LeRae's not from Canada, right?
I don't think so. I could be wrong.
Well, much like Canada versus the U.S. in the hockey game, Canada's going to win.
Yeah. Okay. And no, Candice LeRae is not from Canada. She's from California. Riverside, California, to be exact. So, all right.
Well, also, I've eaten in Canada. I haven't eaten in California.
Oh.
Because I'm fat.
It'll be okay. Fat and happy. All right. Sami Zayn.
Canada.
Kevin Owens.
Also Canada.
Also Canada, yes.
I did not realize it until we just started this bit. There's so much Canada on this card.
After this, that's it.
Well, okay. Let's. Yeah, that's it. That's it after this. So much Canada in the opening 2 matches, though. All right, Sami Zayn taking on Kevin Owens. Josh.
Sami Zayn.
Okay.
I think it's his time to get the win in Canada over his fellow Canadian.
That's true.
In Canada.
That's true. Him and Kevin Owens are doomed to do this for the rest of their lives. Yeah. I'm going to go KO. Champ, who do you got?
Well, I think I'm going to have to go with him because he's another, fat guy. I think Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I think that is a safe bet for that.
When in doubt, choose the fat guy.
Well, you know what? That's what Ivy did. So, all right, Women's Elimination Chamber match for the Women's World Championship match at WrestleMania 41. Our participants are Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Naomi, and NXT's Roxanne Perez.
She's probably getting called up for sure very soon.
Yeah, they've been featuring her a lot more. I can see it after WrestleMania, her coming up to the main roster. All right, Josh, who do you got?
Well, it also depends on who the champion is, because right now we think it's Rhea Ripley, but she does have a title defense against Io Sky right after this event. So, I mean, it's probably still going to be Ripley. But the only story I really see coming out of this would be Liv Morgan. But Bianca Belair would be a good choice, too. So that's a match people have been wanting as well. Bianca and Ripley.
But Alexa Bliss is back.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
I would like to see her win it, but I don't see her winning this one.
I will... Okay, I'll wait till I get to mine.
If only there was a fat person in this. Then I would know who to pick.
Well, it depends on your definition of fat.
Just make your pick.
Jesus.
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrong pick.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the safe pick, though.
Yeah.
I do really feel like that's the safe pick.
Is that who you're picking, Jeff?
No.
Okay.
I'll say this. I wanted to pick between Liv Morgan, storyline purposes, and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
Because Alexa Bliss just came back.
Yeah.
But she just came back.
Yeah.
So
there's not much story there currently.
I mean, why would they do anything like that, Charlotte Flair?
That's true.
But I don't. Alexa Bliss has been out for 2 years.
Yeah.
How long was Charlotte out? Over a year?
Not long enough.
Like a year and a month.
Okay. So, yeah. I wanted to say Alexa Bliss. I'm not saying her. It's not going to be Roxanne Perez.
I would like to see Roxanne, but I almost feel it's too soon for her.
It does, and also it feels like
I want her to become a three-time NXT Women's Champion first.
Yeah.
Set that record.
Yes. Bianca Belair is another great pick. I don't see it, though.
Yeah.
So that leaves me with Bayley and Naomi. We've talked about Naomi on the show. I think Naomi is good in the ring. I think she is a good worker. But I'm going to go Bayley. I just... process of elimination right there. It's just my thought process. I don't see it being Naomi. I can easily see it being Bayley.
I would tell you this. I think one of you, between you two, has picked correctly.
Okay.
Liv Morgan.
You know what? You can chastise my pick all you want, but you don't become champ unless you take some risks.
Like I said, depends on your definition of fat.
I think Bayley would be a great pick. I just think it's WrestleMania, Liv, Rhea.
I could also see Bianca, but yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like Liv is the safer
When does
pick.
Jade come back?
I don't know that.
It could be in this match to cost one of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, just because they're locked in there doesn't mean somebody can't get in.
I mean, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
If Jade comes back and cost anyone, it's going to be Bianca to build up that Bianca-Jade feud. That's my thought.
Could be. Could be. All right. Men's Elimination Chamber match for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Match.
Well, championship match. Yeah. At WrestleMania 41.
He didn't say the match part.
Oh, well, it'll be all right. They know it's a match. Participants.
Yeah. Well, they're getting a match, not for it. They're not getting the title.
Okay. Now I see
they're
what
getting
you're
a match
saying.
for the title.
Yeah. Participants: John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, and Seth Rollins. Also, real quick, speaking of Logan Paul, did y'all see where he said that he thinks he has go-away heat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least he's aware.
Yeah, at least he's aware of it. But he thinks that because he's so good in the ring that it works out.
No.
It's not how that works, bud.
I feel it's just him shooting. Not shooting, just working, rather.
It could be.
Just being character. He does that a lot on his podcast. He'll go back and forth.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. It may come off like a work, but I also might just be him. Just knowing how he is. All right, Josh, who do you got?
There's a lot of good contenders here. A lot of stuff with what's going to happen in our bonus, too. John Cena. It's got to be John Cena. It's what is best for business, Mr. Corporate Cena.
I have a theory. I have a theory on this, but it also
An Austin theory?
Ooh, maybe. It's not just a theory. It's a game theory. That was such a great YouTube channel.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know. It's okay. I watched it a lot in college. I'm also going to say Cena, but I will tell my theory after this.
Cena.
I think that is Logan. It's not going to be Logan Paul. It's not going to be Damian Priest. It could be Seth Rollins, but I don't see it being Seth Rollins because CM Punk's in there, and also Drew McIntyre's in there. So I think with those three in there, it's going to be Cena. But I will tell my theory right after this. All right, so we got a bonus. Will undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes accept The Rock's offer to be his champion? Josh. And he says his champion and he wants his soul. Let's go that far. That was his words, not mine.
I saw a video that basically he's repeating what he himself did and became a corporate champion.
Okay.
Because when Rock became corporate champion, Austin also became a corporate champion at one time. Randy Orton became a corporate champion one time. John Cena's going to become a corporate champion. Cody says no.
Okay.
Jeff.
I am also going to say no.
Although a heel Cody will be great.
Yeah. But I don't think... I think with the current story that's going on, this is not correct.
Yeah.
This is not the right time to pull that trigger.
Yeah.
So, Jason.
When is the right time?
When he loses.
Yep.
You see, I don't know, because I think the right time would be at WrestleMania. Because he says no now, but then what is he going to do to hold on to that title? So you have Cena, who is the corporate person there, the corporation in the match. Maybe he sides with, maybe Cody sides with Rock then, the same way that Austin sided with McMahon against
That's
Rock.
true.
But right now, no, he's not going to do it.
Okay. That sort of plays into my theory. It depends on the placement of this on the card.
Yeah.
I think it might be safe to assume that the men's elimination chamber is going to close the show. It's going to main event the show.
Yeah.
I think that the Cody Rhodes and Rock thing may be the segment before that or the segment right before that one. It's not going to open the show. It's not going to be at the end. I think it's going to be somewhere in the middle. I think Cody is going to say no to that. And we may even get a quick shot backstage of The Rock and Cena locking eyes and not saying anything. Just little thing like that.
Yeah. We
cut back. We go to the match. Yeah. Cena cannot get it done in there because, quite frankly, he is against 5 other people. Well, 4. Let's take CM Punk out of that because they're around the same age. But he's in there with at least 4 other people who are much younger, much faster than he is these days. He's having trouble keeping up. And what does he do? He sells his soul to the devil.
The doctor's back.
Yeah, to the final boss who has this control over WWE. Yeah, he's going, and he comes in, and he makes it to where it does something. Don't know what that is, but does something. Whether he walks out and he just, I don't know. He does something to get it to where Cena wins. And yes, Cody says no. Cena accepts the offer. We get a Cena heel turn. And yes, we go to WrestleMania. And that's when Cody starts to get desperate because the cards are stacked against him once again. For pretty much the 3rd WrestleMania in a row, this time excluding the Bloodline.
Well, Brock's involved.
Well, what I'm saying is like excluding like Roman Reigns in them.
Yeah.
that portion of the bloodline.
You know, it's weird that the Bloodline cover for the 2K game doesn't have Rock.
Not at all?
No. It has everyone else but The Rock.
That's interesting.
Even Tongaloa?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, no. No.
boy.
You messed up, AA Ron.
Yeah.
See, here's what I'm thinking, though, Jeff.
Okay.
The Will Cody Rhodes accept is what closes the show after Cena has won. Because Rock has to be at the end. He has to be. Ask him.
Okay.
So.
Stealing another main event from CM Punk.
That's right. Rock comes out, has Cody come out. He's like, Cody, I need to know. I need an answer. I need an answer right now. Cena's music hits. Comes out. Cena's telling Cody, you don't need this. You're too good for this. You're better than this. You don't need it. You tell The Rock no. And then maybe he attacks him. Maybe Cena attacks Cody and says, but I need this. And then sides with The Rock. The closing shot you get, Rock, Cena, up on the ramp, looking back at a downed Cody who's getting up. Maybe he's gotten color the way his daddy would have done it. You know, his daddy, who was fat. But maybe that's what closes the show. You get the downed Cody and then the standing tall corporation. That's...
Cena does like to wear suits.
There you go.
That is that's actually a great point and great point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Cena has not, like, ever since he went Hollywood, he does wear suits quite often these days.
He even said when he's done and retired, he's not wearing the jorts anymore. He's just going to be in suits.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think is going to happen at WWE Elimination Chamber? You can email us, again, thegrillout95@gmail.com. You can message us on Facebook, facebook.com/thegrillout. You can also follow us on Blue Sky at thegrillout.bsky.social. And we're going to switch gears to the main event.
It looks like all the talking has been done. It's time for the main event.
And we are in the main event where we go ahead and let you know what your upcoming week of professional wrestling looks like internationally, nationally, and, of course, locally. We do have a few shows internationally and nationally. So NJPW presents CMLL Fantastica Mania, an annual tour in Japan that began last week on February 19th. It continues this week through Friday, February 28th. Monday, February 24th, Stardom Path of Thunder streaming on Stardom World at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Game Changer Wrestling will have 3 back-to-back nights of shows beginning Friday, February 28th and running through Sunday, March 2nd. The first is I Feel So, which will be followed by The Coldest Winter 3, and then finally Just Being Honest. The Friday and Saturday shows will stream at 8 p.m. Eastern, while Sunday's show will be at 5 p.m. all on Triller TV+. Then on Saturday, March 1st, Stardom New Blood 19 will be taking place.
I couldn't find a time on that.
It's late, everybody. It's going to be late. It's probably going to be 2 o'clock in the morning, our time. WWE Elimination Chamber Toronto premiere live event at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then, on Sunday, March 2nd, Pro Wrestling Noah Memorial Voyage in Yokohama.
I also couldn't find a time on that either. But
It's going to be late. Also, Kenta is going back to Pro Wrestling Noah.
Huh.
So he's leaving New Japan and he's going back to Pro Wrestling Noah. That was a little thing that came out across seas this past week. Locally, on Friday, February 28th, House of Pain, which is a wrestling school based out of Western Maryland, will present
Heartbroken
at the Charlestown American Legion in Charlestown, West Virginia. Bell time is 8 o'clock and tickets are $10, but it is cash only. So only bring cash for that show.
Yeah.
Also on Friday, Real Shoot Wrestling returns to Fairmont State West Virginia University in Fairmont, West Virginia to present
Squared Circle Games,
an homage to the hit Netflix series Squid Games. The event will be held at Coalbank Hall, with a bell time of 7 o'clock, and tickets are $10 while Fairmont State students get in free with their student ID. So if you have your student ID and you attend Fairmont State University, you can get into the show for free. Just show your ID. Just show your student ID. On Saturday, March 1st, Route 33 Wrestling returns to action in Spencer, West Virginia at the Armory on Main Street. Bell time is 7 o'clock, and tickets are $15 while kids 5 and under get in free with a paying adult. This event will see the start of men's and women's tournaments for the brand new Route 33 Championship. And that's all we got for the main event. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap up the show. Stay tuned.
Once again, here's Hollywood Jeff Petty.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Grill Out. I'm your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty. I'm joined by Josh Cole.
Bye-bye. Yeah, we're here. We're ready. We're proud. Let's go.
Yes. Also joined by our reigning and defending Grill Out Predictions champion, Jason Lykens. Yep, he's here. He's arrived. So one thing that was talked about this past week and was, from my understanding, sort of a half false report. Like it was, it was being reported that WWE were going to buy.
Well, TKO is going to buy it for WWE to promote it.
Okay. So all right, now I'm getting okay. So that TKO was going to buy Lucha Underground. Was going to buy pretty much the library, from my understanding. Yeah,
I think they're going to buy the library, and then the report said that they were going to buy it to be, I guess, like a brand under WWE or something like that.
Yeah. And SRS, Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful Select, has come out and said that is completely false. That is not a thing.
That's what they want you to think.
That is, listen, that is also the one thing that is true about this time of the year. There are a lot of false reports that go out. If it's not like the WWE ID titles and you see it with your own eyes and it's coming from the horse's mouth, that you could take that as fact, as true. But if you have something like this, which could be fact, but also is being reported as false, because around this time of year, WWE does have a tendency to send out false reports because of WrestleMania season. They don't want nothing to get leaked. Now, with that in mind, I think you could make the argument that this is false simply because if this got leaked, what does this have to, like, what impact will this have on WrestleMania?
Yeah.
I don't see them announcing at WrestleMania that they have bought Lucha Underground. I can see them announcing that maybe the week before, maybe the week after. I could maybe see it the week after. Yeah. But if this gets leaked, whatever. But if it's something along the lines of, well, this is what's going to happen in the main event, or this is going to happen on this part of the show, you got to take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
you can't really be reporting on all of that. So yes, that right there, completely false, according to Sean Ross.
Speaking of like leaks and stuff, apparently with this WWE Evolve show, they're only allowing invited fans to come, so like friends and family. That way, stuff will not leak from Evolve.
And is Evolve going to be pre-taped?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've already taped some stuff already.
Okay. See, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I get that, because like that, I would imagine that would be such a pain in your side that you've put on this great show, and then the show itself gets leaked to the dirt sheets, and like I can see where that can get very annoying.
Yeah. And this will kind of tie back to what we were talking about earlier with ECW and how WWE should have like let it be run. Apparently, they're going to let the original Evolve promoter actually do the show.
See that, and that's smart. That's learning from your mistakes.
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But I don't know. And I did say earlier in the show that we would have predictions next week. It's the week after. We're going to have them the week after, March 9th, day of AEW Revolution. If you want to message us, you can email us to grillout95@gmail.com. Let us know what you think of the WWE ID titles. Let us know what you think of WWE Elimination Chamber. Tell us what you like about the show, what you don't like about the show. If you're going to Bash in Beckley 5 on June 7th, who are you most excited to meet? That'd be something cool for people to
Ric
message
Flair's
us.
robe.
Hi, robe. Hi, robe. You can also follow us on Facebook. You can like the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Grill Out. You can also follow us on BSky at thegrillout.bsky.social. And with that being said, and until next time, fellow wrestling fans, have a good one.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No